You've been lying to yourself for years, telling yourself you'll start Monday, start next month, start when conditions are perfect. But here's the brutal truth nobody wants to hear. You are exactly where your daily choices have taken you. Not your circumstances, not your luck, your choices. And while you've been waiting for the perfect moment, someone with half your talent but twice your consistency just changed their entire life. In just 1 year. 1 year changes everything. 365 days. That's all that separates the person you are from the person you could become. The broke version from the wealthy version. The stuck version from the free version. Most people overestimate what they can accomplish in a week and massively underestimate what they can achieve in a single year of focused, relentless execution. Today, I'm going to show you exactly why one good year is all it takes to completely rewrite your story, and why most people will never have that year, because they don't understand what you're about to learn. The 365 Here's what your brain does with time. It compresses it, distorts it, makes a year feel like this massive, overwhelming stretch of endless days when you look forward and then a blink of an eye when you look back. This is called temporal discounting, and it's destroying your wealth potential. When you think about working hard for a year, your brain screams resistance. Too long, too much effort, too uncertain. But when you think about scrolling social media for an hour, your brain whispers comfort. Time is the most valuable thing a man can spend. The wealthy understand something the broke never will. A year is not 365 separate days. It's one continuous opportunity, one flowing river of compound decisions. Every single day you're either depositing into your future self's account or withdrawing from it. There's no neutral ground. The illusion is believing you have unlimited years ahead. You don't. You have maybe 40, 50 productive years if you're lucky. And how many have you already spent waiting for conditions to be perfect? The clock is already running, whether you're moving or not. But here's what makes this even more disturbing. Compound identity. You've heard of compound interest. But there's something far more powerful that nobody talks about: compound identity. Every action you take is a vote for the person you're becoming. Skip the gym once. You voted for the lazy version of yourself. Wake up early to work on your dreams. You voted for the disciplined version. And here's where it gets fascinating. These votes compound. One healthy choice makes the next healthy choice slightly easier. One disciplined morning makes the next disciplined morning more natural. Identity compounds daily. After 30 days, you're not the same person. After 90 days, your friends notice something different. After 365 days, you've essentially become a different human being operating on different programming. The wealthy don't have more willpower than you. They've just compounded their identity choices for so long that wealth-building behaviors became automatic. Meanwhile, you've been compounding poverty behaviors, excuses, delays, comfort addiction. If this pattern resonates with you, hit like and subscribe to reprogram more of these wealth blocks, because what I'm about to reveal next is the exact mechanism that keeps most people trapped. The week trap. Here's the most expensive mistake you're making with time. You're thinking in weeks, planning in weeks, evaluating progress in weeks, and weeks are too short to show real results but long enough to feel frustrating. You start a business on Monday, see no results by Friday, and conclude it doesn't work. You begin investing, check your account after 7 days, see minimal growth, and feel discouraged. This is the week trap. Your brain wants immediate feedback, instant gratification. But wealth, transformation, and success operate on a completely different timeline. As the ancient wisdom tells us, the man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Those small stones don't look like progress when you're carrying them, week after week of seemingly insignificant effort. But string 52 of those weeks together, you've moved an entire mountain. The wealthy think in years. They plan in years. They evaluate progress in years. While you're abandoning ship after week 2 because you don't see results, they're quietly stacking advantages that will crush you in year 5. And this connects to an even deeper problem: invisible progress. Bamboo is the perfect metaphor for wealth building. For the first 4 years, you see almost nothing. You water it, you tend to it, you protect it, and the ground looks exactly the same. No visible growth. Most people would give up. Most people do give up. But in year 5, bamboo can grow up to 90 feet in just 6 weeks. 90 feet. What happened? Was it magic? No. For 4 years, the bamboo was building an invisible root system so massive, so complex, so strong that explosive growth became inevitable. This is exactly how your one good year works. The first few months, you'll see nothing. You'll feel like you're failing. Your brain will scream that it's not working. Trust the process. But beneath the surface, you're building neural pathways. You're establishing habits. You're developing skills. You're creating a root system for success that will support massive growth. The wealthy understand invisible progress. The broke only trust what they can see immediately. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. But there's a hidden enemy working against you right now. Belief barriers. Your subconscious mind has a thermostat. It's set to a specific financial temperature, a specific success level, a specific life quality. And no matter what you consciously try to do, that thermostat keeps pulling you back to your programmed setting. Where did this setting come from? Your childhood, your environment, the beliefs about money you absorbed before you could even question them. You were programmed before you knew you were being programmed. Maybe you heard money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. We can't afford that. A good year. That's for other people, successful people, lucky people, not people like us. These aren't just phrases. They are commands written directly into your operating system. And here's why one good year is so powerful. 365 days of new evidence can override decades of old programming. Every day you show up and execute despite not seeing results, you're rewriting the code. Every month you stay consistent when your old self would have quit, you're installing new beliefs. One good year doesn't just change your circumstances. It changes who you believe you can be. But there's a critical factor that determines whether your year actually counts. Focused execution. Not all years are created equal. You could work hard for 12 months and end up exactly where you started. How? Scattered focus, divided attention, pursuing 17 different opportunities instead of mastering one. Focus beats hustle. The broke believe in diversification of effort. Try everything. See what sticks. Keep your options open. The wealthy believe in concentration of force. Identify the one thing that will move the needle most. Pour everything into it. Become undeniable at it. As Warren Buffett's partner Charlie Munger observed, the big money is not in the buying or selling, but in the waiting. Waiting while focused. Waiting while executing. Waiting while everyone else gets distracted by the next shiny object. One good year means one clear direction. One primary skill being developed, one income stream being built, one transformation being pursued. You cannot change your life while trying to change everything about your life simultaneously. Pick one mountain, climb it for 365 days, then pick the next one. But even with focus, there's still something that destroys most people's good year before it starts. Environment trap. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This isn't motivational fluff. It's neuroscience. Your brain has mirror neurons that literally copy the behaviors, beliefs, and energy of those around you, without your conscious permission. You're being programmed by your environment every single day. If your 5 closest people are broke, complaining, and making excuses, your brain is downloading that software constantly. You'll need willpower just to stay neutral. You'll need heroic effort to actually grow. But if you strategically change your environment, even digitally through podcasts, books, and communities, your brain starts downloading different software. You cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. One good year requires an environmental upgrade, not necessarily abandoning old friends, but consciously adding new inputs. New voices, new standards. Environment shapes identity. The wealthy curate their inputs obsessively. They know that what enters their mind shapes what exits their life. Your good year needs protection from the energy vampires, the dream killers, the comfort addicts who will unconsciously pull you back. And this brings us to the most critical truth, the daily equation. Here's the math that changes everything. One year is not 365 days. It's 365 opportunities multiplied by the quality of your daily actions. Most people operate at about 20% capacity, distracted, unfocused, reactive, running on autopilot through their precious days. 20% of 365 equals 73 effective days per year. No wonder progress feels slow. But what if you operated at 80% capacity? Intentional mornings, focused work blocks, protected energy, strategic rest. 80% of 365 equals 292 effective days. That's 4 times the productive output. 4 years of average progress in 1 year of intentional living. Your daily equation determines your yearly outcome. The wealthy don't have more time than you. They extract more value from the same hours. They treat each day like the compound opportunity it truly is. How we spend our days is how we spend our lives. Every morning you wake up, you're either multiplying or dividing your year's potential. But knowing this isn't enough. You need to understand what actually triggers transformation. Momentum physics. There's a moment in every good year where everything shifts. Scientists call it the inflection point. Before this point, every action feels hard. Progress feels invisible. Quitting feels logical. After this point, momentum takes over. Actions that once required massive effort now feel natural. Results that seemed impossible now feel inevitable. Momentum. The inflection point typically hits somewhere between day 90 and day 180. Most people quit around day 60. They were standing at the threshold of transformation and turned around because they couldn't see it coming. 90 days to freedom. Here's what momentum looks like in practice. Your first dollar online might take 6 months. Your second might take 6 weeks. Your third might take 6 days. The skill, the belief, the systems compound until what once seemed miraculous becomes mechanical. As Newton taught us centuries ago, an object in motion stays in motion. Your 1 good year isn't about 365 days of equal effort. It's about pushing through the resistance phase until momentum becomes your partner instead of your enemy. But there's one final piece that determines whether any of this actually works. Your year starts now. The perfect moment doesn't exist. It never has. It never will. That future Monday when conditions align and motivation is high and obstacles are few. A fantasy. A comfortable lie your brain tells you to avoid the discomfort of change. The best time to start was years ago. The second best time is right now. Every day you postpone is a day stolen from your good year. Every excuse you accept is a vote for staying exactly where you are. The wealthy don't wait for motivation. They build systems that make action automatic. They create environments that make success easier than failure. They understand that starting imperfectly beats planning perfectly. 1 year from today, you'll either be grateful you started or regretful you waited. The math is simple. The choice is yours. But understand this. Reading about transformation isn't transformation. Watching videos about success isn't success. Only daily execution converts knowledge into results. Your 1 good year begins the moment you decide, truly decide, that this time will be different, that you will be different, that 365 days of focused, consistent, relentless execution is a price worth paying for the life you claim to want. So here's what you now understand that most people never will. Time compounds everything. 1 good year isn't about superhuman effort or lucky breaks or perfect conditions. It's about understanding that 365 days of focused execution can completely rewrite your identity, your beliefs, your circumstances, and your future. The compound effect works whether you're conscious of it or not. Every day you're becoming more of something. The question is, more of what? The wealthy version, or the version that keeps waiting for someday? A year from now, you will wish you had started today. Most people will watch this video, feel inspired for an hour, and change nothing. They'll be in the exact same position next year, wondering why life never improves. But you now have the blueprint. You understand the compound identity effect. You know about the weak trap and invisible progress. You've seen how belief barriers hold you back and how environment shapes destiny. You grasp the daily equation and momentum physics. The only question left is whether you'll actually execute. If you made it this far, comment my year now to declare that your 365 days of transformation starts today. Your mind is either programmed for wealth or poverty. Now you know how to reprogram it. If this shifted something in your mind, hit subscribe and share this with someone who needs to hear the truth about transformation.